Gentlemen, today we're at Bahrain for the 5th round of FARL, and also we've seen some driver transfers for this week after the incident last race where Pera did something very bad and rear-ended the car of another driver purposely to take him out of the race. Has been expelled out of the league and now is being replaced by other drivers. And then due to that, Q-Tip, the championship leader, wanted a new teammate, so he decided to bring Lazy the Twig, which was an ex-Alfa Romeo driver, into his team. I'm very excited to see how this goes. I really have no idea if it's gonna be a good idea, if it's gonna, if they're gonna perform very well, or if Lazy is gonna disappoint on his first race with Racing Point. Also, you can see some new drivers. We have Cornelius 569. We have Sweeney. Well, Sweeney's was last race. We got LRB. We got and Jamil and White Load Billy. All new and Jay as well, Baboon Jay. He's a very hectic driver, so I'm very excited to see what he will do. But as now the cars are exiting the pit lane to start their first lap in Q1. So yeah, it's gonna be. Yeah. So we're gonna go on board real quick to see who's the driver in front. Also, let me put the track maps. Put everything where it's supposed to be. Telemetry, SL detail, best. No, actually, I'm gonna turn that off. And yeah, there we go.
Q-Tip out on track.
So who's the one that's gonna start their lap first? I have no idea. So that's no, which sector? He is down the tricky turn. Yeah, Q-Tip. Yeah, no. So who passes him? It's Jay. So Jay is gonna be the first one to start a lap. So I think it seems. Oh my God, what a voice crack! It seems like Twig and Q-Tip are gonna give each other slipstream, because Q-Tip let the two Renaults by and he let his teammate catch up. So I'm wondering if he's gonna give Twig some slipstream through the main straight. It's gonna be very interesting.
Yeah. Got a few drivers on the hard compound. Wonder what they're planning on them.
Yeah, maybe they're in the hard compounds just to set their banker lap, in case anything. But now Jay has started his lap. Let's see how fast he can go here at Bahrain, or the Sakir Desert, also known as. So far, oh, and Feared by Gaming has retired. I'm not very sure. Oh, and what's going on in the second sector? Oh, it looks like a mess. Well, we're still gonna stay on board with Jay as he's taking esports racing lines here at. Oh yeah, that's Q-Tip. All right. Yeah, let's see what lap time will Jay be able to set in Q1. Oh, that's a slow turn. It's a lot of yellow flags here. I'm wondering if any driver is gonna get blocked. But let's see what lap time Jay will set. He is going across the line. He's gonna do a 1:28.5. Now let's see if anyone is gonna be able to beat that as we go on board with Twig. Twig goes 3 seconds slower, and Fishy goes at 29.1. So Jay is 6/10. Oh, never mind. Jamil F1 with a 27.8. So a lot of big gaps in lap times, and Fishy set at 29.1 in hard tires. That's impressive. So.
Sam 1 minute. Hey.
And as Eldude goes at 2. Yeah, so that's a terrible lap from Jay. He's down to 4th. As Q-Tip set up. Oh, why did Q-Tip set up 150? Oh, maybe it's because of the slipstream, to be fair. Yeah, so yeah, he's in his hot lap right now, it looks like.
Got Cam coming through the final corner.
He is gonna set a 28.3, still more than 5/10 slower than P1. So it's very big gaps between each driver. So it's gonna be very interesting to see what happens. Of course, it's only Q1. Maybe some drivers are sandbagging. You never know. So we're going to have to wait until Q3 to see the true pace, or even Q2 to see the true pace of each driver.
Yeah. What's the dogs coming through in the final corner to finish his lap? Run out of a load of ERS.
He is gonna set a 132.0. So that's not, yeah, as Q-Tip is now approaching the line, he is gonna go a 128.2. So only 4/10 off of Jamil F1. Interesting. Is Fozzy doing a hot lap? Why does he keep doing hot laps? That is questionable.
Did he do that in Singapore last race as well?
Yeah, he went out like 7 laps and never boxed.
Yeah. Got to try and catch him over lap as well.
On the hard tires, so I'm not expecting to see very quick laps. Maybe a 129 to match Fishy. But let's see what lap time he sets. Approaching now the penultimate corner of this track in the Sakir Desert. What lap time will Tak set? Tak goes 12th fastest, so he's 1 second slower than Fishy in the same compound of tire. But he is 1 second quicker than Twig in a harder compound of tire. So far Twig is not looking good in his new oh, also we got EVR Sam as a driver. I did not see his name. Yeah, so far I think everyone's gonna go out. I think Fishy is happy with that lap. Maybe he's gonna go out again with the hard tires just to set that lap, just to you know, stay in the top 15 to go on to for Q2. But who do you think is looking the strongest here?
Fishy. I mean, that's amazing lap on the hard tyres. If you can't imagine what pace he's gonna have on the softs.
Yeah, it's gonna be very interesting to see what he will set in Q3. Of course, in Q2, you're gonna set a lap on the mediums. You do not want to be setting a lap on the softs, or else you're screwed. Like Singapore, this is a medium to hard compound strategy. But yeah, I'm very excited to see what happens in Q3. Also, Jamil, as his debut race here in FARL, I mean 27.8. It's an average lap, I say. I feel like he can go way quicker, but I'm gonna be very intrigued to see what lap time he will set.
Yeah.
As Joe has just started his lap. Yeah, last race I think Joe finished P3. A very good result, of course, after the drama. Yeah, after the penalties. I think Joe is looking like a strong contender for this race. It's gonna be quite interesting to see what happens.
Yeah.
Oh, as we got Cornelius in a hot lap as well. He's approaching the final corner. What lap is he gonna set? He goes 9th fastest with a 129.1. So there's a big difference between the top runners and the bottom runners, mostly due to experience, not car performance. But I'm wondering what is the true pace of everyone in the race, because that is more important. As you got yellow flags in the back straight, what happened? It's an Alfa Romeo, most likely the Alfa Romeo LRB, the only Alfa Romeo driver for this race. Yeah, maybe he was just setting up for his hot lap.
Joe goes for 128.3.
Yeah, so Joe is looking quite good. Oh, as LRB is gonna encounter some traffic in his hot lap. Is he gonna get blocked? Oh no, he didn't get blocked, but he did mess up the exit. That is completely his fault. That is not Tak's fault. I mean Jay's fault. Wait, no, who was it? Yeah, Tak. Yeah, Tak. Yeah. So it wasn't Tak's fault. I think just LRB got put off a little bit. And oh, that's Sam. He retired. What happened? I'm gonna go on board. Oh, big crash.
Yo, too much of the exit curve.
Yeah, I've crashed there myself. You go too much into a curb, your car bounces and you lose your rear. Yeah. And Sam so far is good enough for Q2, but most likely he will be dropped down and not be able to make it into Q2 because Twig is still to set a lap. Well, Sweeney retires.
So
let me go into the McLaren's perspective.
Twig and Woozy has a bad.
And oh, that's a weird place to DNF. As Cornelius DNFs as well. Oh, but in the pit lane. Okay. But that's a quite weird place to DNF, isn't it? In the middle of the straight.
What if someone's brake checked?
I doubt someone brake checked him. As now Tak is starting his hot lap. Yeah, so Twig has to set a good lap or else he's gonna be knocked out of Q1. Out of Q2.
In a lap now, he's coming across the line, he is dangerous set.
He does not improve. So Sam is... So I think Twig is gonna go for an extra lap on the soft tires or else he's out in Q1.
He's gonna get back to that pit like quick.
Yeah. So Sam is still safe in that P15. Ooh, a big moment for Tak. Oh, he barely manages to catch it. He is cutting the entire track just to make it faster to the pit lane. I don't know if he's gonna get penalized for that by the stewards. I doubt he will, but quite interesting tactics to be fair. As Q-Tip seems to be in a hot lap. The championship leader. What lap time is he gonna be able to set? Is he gonna get that P1 for Q1? Of course, not a lot of meaning to get fastest lap in Q1, but maybe he just wants to set a lap to, you know, set his name out there to tell everyone that he is the faster car, the faster driver. So it's gonna be, oh no, that's a yellow flag for Tak.
That's Tak.
Oh yeah, he was an invalid lap. He most likely touched the curb in the inside and spun. It's a very tricky curb. No, that's Twig. Yeah, did he do the same mistake?
He was there. Oh, we've got the strike line right there.
As White Load Billy goes third fastest with the 127.9.
Bad lap.
Alright, so let's see what lap time will Q-Tip set. Also, Q-Tip is very well known for using default setups in these races. Oh, no, he invalidated. Okay, so he's gonna stay P4. But yeah, Q-Tip is very well known for using default setups in races. I'm wondering if he's using a default setup right now or if he is using custom setup. But so far he's going fourth fastest, so he's gonna be happy with that lap. As it looks, yeah. So it looks like Fuzzy Wuzzy is gonna be knocked out of Q1, out of Q2 with a 32.0. You're 3 seconds lower than P15. So he is well and out. As Blazed goes third fastest with a 127.916. As now, oh, and Fishy is in the soft tire, so let's see what lap time he will set. Because earlier you mentioned that he is the quicker driver, right?
Yeah.
Oh, and it looks like Cam and Fish are gonna give each other slipstream. So great team tactics. I mean, not very necessary for Q1, but it's still very good to see between the both Ferrari drivers.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a slow Alfa Romeo, and oh, never mind, that's LRB. No, Wide Load Billy, my bad. Yeah, giving them space. As now Fishy starts his hot lap, we're gonna stay on board with him for the entire lap. Let's see how quick he will be able to go. As oh my god, the amount of time he's gaining because of that slipstream is insane.
Oh, that was a good tactic.
Yeah, beautiful apex as well.
Could be fastest for quite
Yeah, I feel he's gonna be able to set at 26 even.
Yeah.
Or even a low 27. Because with that slipstream you gain at least 3/10 or 2/10. It's insanely quick.
Best.
Yeah, so he goes fastest in the sector 1. Let's see how quick he goes in sector 2. Approaching that very tricky corner, he manages to keep it together. He has gone purple again, 1 second quicker than his previous lap. So he is looking for a very good lap here. Let's see if he will manage to snatch that P1. Not very meaningful, but he might put his name out there to tell other drivers that he is the quicker man. Fishy approaches the line, goes faster with a 27 point. What is that? 0.3. That is a lap, 5/10 quicker. So we will be seeing the 26s in the Q3 most likely, as Joe has retired. As now Twig is getting slipstream from Q-Tip. Q-Tip is quite far behind, so he won't be as beneficial as Fishy, but Twig is gonna get out of this drop zone, so he's gonna get a second slipstream from Q-Tip, so that's even better than what the Ferraris did. Or even Q-Tip is in a hot up. No, he is not. So he's giving his teammate slipstream. Will Twig? Oh no! Big moment. Oh, he almost lost it. Oof. I think all of the slipstream was lost in that incident right there. And yeah, he decides to back out. So he is out in Q1. And Sam most likely is safe in that P15. Or is Twig still going? I'm quite confused. It looks like he's still going.
We might still be able to improve.
No, he's not. Yeah, he has his DRS turned off. Yeah, so that is Twig out of Q1, as well as Fuzzy Wuzzy, Sweeney, and Feared by Gaming. So those are the drivers out in the first qualifying. Oh, and
makes it through.
Yeah, and Wazzy has a big moment there into the gravel as well. He's still gonna go and finish his lap. That's quite interesting. Will he finish his lap? No, he won't. Okay, so he's pitting.
Most of these guys don't need to carry on their laps, but I'm sure they will.
This is Day Miles in his hot lap. He is looking to improve that P14. He goes purple in sector 2. That's interesting. So Day Miles is looking like a competitor for this race. What lap time is Miles going to be able to set? He goes. Oh, never mind. He doesn't improve. That's interesting. He went purple sector 2 and he doesn't improve.
Maybe the maps are bugged out. It does do that sometimes.
Yeah, you're right. But yeah, okay. So Damals has made it. He has made it by into Q4 to Q2. So the drivers. What?
Disconnected. Oh no.
Oh, you disconnected. Can you join back?
Hopefully.
Oof. Yeah. So the drivers out in Q1 are Lazy the Twig and the Racing Point. So very disappointing in his debut race with the new team. Fuzzy Wuzzy, P17. He's too slow. He's more than 5 seconds slower than P1. We got Sweeney, which never set a lap, and we got Feared by Gaming, which never set another lap. And we got LRB calling other drivers retards. So that is interesting. Oh, and what is Tack doing? What is Tack doing? He's gonna get himself disqualified. Yeah, so that is Q1 done and over with. We still have drivers going outside, but that's most likely the AI's driving. And as soon as Tack enters the pits, his garage, I mean, that is Q1 over. So it's very close between the top 5, to be fair, all in the 27s. Of course, Fishy, 6 tenths quicker, but it's Q1, so it's too early to tell who's quicker.
Just been announced that the UK is in complete lockdown for this year. It's just put it out there if you lot are, I don't know.
Yeah, as Stu mentions it in some messages right there. So yeah.
I cannot because doesn't want to let me join. I joined and it.
Oh, and Leroy left. The Irish. Oh, and you left as well.
Yeah, my internet's dying. That's fine. Join me back. I really hope this isn't going to be it for the rest of the week.
So now we're in Q2. Everyone will be setting lap times in medium tires. Might see some drivers going into the hards, but let's see.
Right, I'm in. Starting now. Watch hopefully. Oh, getting disconnected. Oh, there's cars teleporting on the track. That's a great sign.
So who's the first one out? It looks like the Williams of Dude. As he is in the soft tires. Maybe he's just setting a bunker lap. I'm not really sure. But yeah, you do not want to be setting lap times in soft tires in Q2. And now Cam is on the soft tires as well. So it's how many drivers are in the soft? So that's 1, 2. Yeah, it's only 3. It's only 3 drivers in the soft tires. That's gonna be very interesting to see.
Joe's, not Joe, that would be Jamil had a mistake.
Oh, it looks like the Ferraris are gonna give each other slipstream again. So that's Cam giving slipstream. Yeah, so yeah, the slipstream in this straight is too overpowered. He's gaining so much time.
I wonder if Cam's gonna get a slipstream back next lap.
He almost, oh, and he cuts the entire track to give more slipstream in this straight. It does not work out, but that's very quite interesting tactics right there. As the number 66 of Fishy is now gone purple, so he's going faster than L-Dude in those hard tires.
I was expecting Cam to cut more of the track to give him even more slipstream down that straight line.
Wait, he caught more, wait, did he cut more track?
I thought Cam was going to. L-Dude 128.5.
As L-Dude sits at 28.5, with LRB doing a 29.4. Wait, what tires is he on? He is on the mediums. Yeah. Alright, let's see what lap time Fishy will set after getting very good slipstream. Jay goes to 28.85, 3/10 lower in those mediums.
Fishy goes to 1 minute 28.8.
28 point, yeah, so he is 4/10 slower than P1 in those soft tires.
Well, Billy 129.6, so that's slow so far. Buyers by Gaming, so that's a 129.6 again. Oh, a bit small, very small gap between Billy and Buyers by Gaming. And then we've got Colossus. Oh, who's that guy? Slow.
As Cornelius goes across the line. Oh, no, he is starting his lap. My bad.
As we've got a U-tip coming out of the pit lane. So I think that's try, yeah, Pat coming out of the pits. He's got the mediums.
Cornelius has gone purple sector 1 and those soft tires. And Cornelius goes second, yeah, with 1/10 slower than L-Dude in those soft tires. So, oh, and he retires.
You must think it's good enough to make it get through. I think that is.
Yeah, but you do not want to be on the soft tires at the start of qualifying. I mean at the start of the race, because those soft tires die in 2 laps. As now Tack is starting his lap.
Tips also on a lap. Yeah, only race before. It's fine. Doesn't go fastest for the medium, so it's I expect him to get third ahead of Billy and Joe.
as he goes purple in sector 2. So Q-Tip is looking to get the fastest lap here in Q2. Of course, not very meaningful. That's all in Q3, but it does look like
you've just been. Riley just messaged you saying, watch the reactions.
the what?
Assuming that means you need to look at the chat.
Oh, and Q-Tip goes second fastest, only 400th of a second slower than Eldur in those medium tires. Do commentators react on the reaction? Is Joe in a wait? Is Joe in a hot lap? No, he's in an out lap. Oh, and Tak goes 7th fastest with a 129.3.
I can't find a stream. It's a stream.
It's race day. Whoop, whoop, whoop. According to Riley.
Can you send me a link to the stream? I can't find it.
It's on Twitter. On my Twitter.
Oh yeah, we've had a long chat in here. That's all that. Okay. Jimmy O did a mistake in second to about me, which is why he's in P6 in his mediums. Well, Cam and Joe in the outlaps. Joe's gonna start his lap now.
He might encounter some traffic, maybe. Oh, never mind. He did his lap. At 20. It told me it was an out lap. That's interesting. He said a 28.6. So he is 1/10 slower than Q-Tip. So Joe, or Q-Tip said a very bad lap, or Joe is suddenly looking like a contender for the top 5 in this race.
Fishy came out on track. I thought he was going to maybe come a little slipstream, but
yeah, it looks like Fishy will give Cam some slipstream.
Oh, yeah. He's slowing down.
Yeah, he's gonna give it in this straight right here, the third DRS zone of the track.
Teamwork by the two Ferraris.
Yep. Ooh, and that is slipstream is slipstream, but that's not enough slipstream, or that's not what Cam was expecting. But something is something.
Oh, my phone's going off. Why is it so silent? Okay, my phone's stupid.
What lap time is Cam going to set? He goes. Oh, he goes fastest. The 28.2. So Cam is looking quite rapid as Fishy is now in his hot lap, and oh my god. Corner carding shenanigans we got here. Cam gives some slipstream back to Fishy. So that's gonna be interesting to see. Also, quick question, Kieran, what do you think is the better tire to start on, medium or hards?
Probably the hards, because you can always extend them a bit further.
Yeah, but you also have to take into account the safety car, you know? The safety car is more likely to come at the start, during your pit window for the mediums than it is for the hards, because that's where most mistakes happen, at the start. But you never know. Both tires are valid. It's gonna be interesting to see.
camera tires, but he's safe. 100%.
Yeah, he's well up into that P1. Also, it's gonna be interesting to see what Eldude and Cornelius do for the race, because they're gonna do a two-stop strategy unless they get a miracle double virtual safety car at the start and stretch those hards all the way out into the end of the race. But it's not very worth it to do hot laps and soft tires here, because that is not the lap that's gonna put you in the grid. As oh my god, Fishy does a 27.9, 3 times quicker than his teammates.
On the mediums as well.
Yeah, he is looking rapid. But
also to do it into 10th, so yeah, that's his session over, I believe, because there's no way he's going to go another lap. He's unless he that was
oh, and Leroy. So Leroy disconnected, so he is out in Q2. So the same thing happened in Singapore. He disconnected.
He must be having some internet troubles, issues. Billy, oh no, that's not Billy, that's LRB who's struggling. Oh, he's spun.
Oh.
As Eldu's just gone in second.
Did he hit the curve?
Corner cutted. He's corner cutting his way around the track.
Yeah, but for the soft runners, it's gonna be a very difficult race for Eldude, Cornelius, and Daymals so far, because I don't know what they were thinking of going for the soft tires, as Tack is in the soft tires as well. But he is only 8 thousandths of a second slower than Daymals. So Tack could have easily made it into Q3 with medium tires, but he decided to go into the softs. I really do hope he doesn't go into Q3, because I want him to start in those medium tires that are way better than soft tires. So it's a handful of cars going into the soft tires in Q2.
He thinks his lap is going to make him in heaven.
So LRB is out of Q2, is out of Q3, down to 12th place with a 129.4. But White Load Billy in the medium tires, trying to get out of that 13th place. So it's gonna be interesting. Yeah, and Jamil is now approaching the last turn of the Bahrain track. What lap time is he gonna set?
I realised, where did EVL Sam go? Because he made it.
Oh, and Jamil is third fastest in those mediums. Yeah, I think. No, it's because he retired.
Cat goes fastest. 1.5.
But he's on the soft tires. Yeah, what a lap, but he's on the soft tires, so that is not gonna be very good for him in the race. I think since we didn't have 20 drivers, 15 and below got eliminated. Instead of
Jay's out.
So Jay is out of Q3 with Daymals in 12th, LRB in that P13, and Leroy into the P14. So we're only waiting. So we're waiting for Eldude to pit, and that is Q2 over. So now we're going to Q3, and we're going to see the fastest laps of this entire weekend. I'm gonna be very excited to see who will snatch that pole position.
Yeah, we're back in a second. Just need to go to the toilet.
And now we're starting Q3, the last qualifying. Who is gonna be able to set the fastest lap? As it looks, the racing point of Q-Tip is the first car to go out in track. As now Q-Tip is the first car out. Then we got the Ferrari of Cam, who's the second car out, and I'm gonna be very intrigued to see what lap times the drivers are gonna be able to set. Now Q-Tip is gonna start his lap.
Back.
The back is, yeah, so Q-Tip was the first car out. He's in a hot lap right now. Let's see how quick he will be able to go.
It's gonna be close between Q-Tip and Fisher, but Q-Tip seems to be quite struggling quite a bit around here, so unless he's been sandbagging.
Let's see how quick will Q-Tip be able to go. He sets a 127.6 as Cam is following. Wait, not Cam. Yeah, Cam is gonna set a 127. Very close, only 600ths of a second between each driver as Cam gives slipstream to Fishy. So, and Jamil goes even faster, 1/10 quicker. Yeah, and Cam and Fishy are giving each other so much slipstream, it's insane.
Dude coming in 4 for 128.4. Bias Gaming coming across the line. 4th, 127.8. Who else we got next? We got Cornelius, but he's invalidated that one. Just came off red, so.
As Fishy is now he has gone fastest in sector 1. Oh, and Cornelius retired. So he manually retired out of the race.
Yeah.
That is, why would he do that? That's actually, why would he retire? I mean, maybe he had some issues, maybe he had somewhere to go, I'm not very sure. Gonna set, as he is approaching the finish start. Oh, okay, yeah. I'm very sorry for everyone watching. Oh, yeah, he's gonna start at 10th because he made it to Q3. So as I'm joining the session, yes, that is gonna be disappointing because he was going pretty quick. So he's going down to P10, and
he was second as well.
yeah, why was he reversing? In which part of the track was he reversing?
Stop, finish straight. I wonder, he's swearing on the chat. I wonder if he's maybe spun it around in the last corner, trying to reverse back on track, and maybe it's this one. I don't know. It's a weird place to get to.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah. So let's see. Yeah, so Fishy is 5/10 quicker than his teammate Cam. So Fishy is looking to dominate another race. But he has been able, he has gotten pole position a couple of races now in a row. I think he has gotten pole position in every single race I've commented in. But he always bottles it in the race. He gave up in Singapore and finished out of the points, if I'm not wrong.
Cam's had a very good session.
Yeah.
He didn't have the best Singapore Grand Prix. Came back. And you've got
Joe,
his teammate. Yeah, there's been few orders, but Joe's on his lap. Sector 3, there is, I think that's Billy who's gone into the gravel trap.
Alright, let's see how quick will Joe be able to go, because he was around the same pace of Q-Tip.
Jamil was going to invite you back, but his AI didn't go to the pits, and he his AI, so he reversed to try and get back in pits.
Oh wait, so Jamil tried to invite me back?
Yeah.
And his AI reversed. I feel very sorry for Jamil. I mean, he was trying to do an actness of kindness, and the game just, yeah, trashed him. Very sorry for you, Jamil, but let's see if you can fight back in the race. So now we got L Dude. It seems like he is in lap because he already set a time, or maybe in a hot lap.
Joe goes 5th.
Yeah, Joe goes 5th fastest.
A lap. I don't know what he's doing.
Maybe he's waiting until the end of qualifying. As now we got both Ferraris in their out laps, of course, gonna give each other overpowered slipstream.
So Joe's carrying on with that, maybe? He's still on hot lap.
Is he on hot lap mode? So I think he's gonna... No, okay, yeah, he's definitely not in another hot lap. Maybe he was trying to get into the pits quickly.
Oh,
he ran out of fuel. Yeah, so I don't think Joe has enough time to set an extra lap. Unless he goes out immediately and cuts the entire track. I don't think he has enough time for another lap.
I must admit, I've done that a few times. League races. Put forward on that out lap. Tax for literally 30 seconds to get out. Oh, there he is. So
yeah, Tack went out right at the end of the session. As now Cam is gonna get slipstream from Fishy, but is Fishy gonna carry on his lap? It does not look like he is. He's just gonna give his teammates some very juicy slipstream. Cam goes into the grass, so he most likely lost all of the time from that slipstream. Oh, and goes very deep. Yeah, so he is. Yeah, so he's backing out of that corner. Yo, maybe Fishy won't be happy with that. Oh, he also retires.
Oh, both Ferraris retire.
So that is.
Could get pole hit.
Yeah, so far Fishy has provisional pole. That's very bad idea. They should have set an extra lap just to secure that pole position. But if Q-Tip goes mega fast, he might snatch that pole position away.
Oh, that's attacking the wall. That's his fully over, I think.
Oh, he went into the wall?
Yeah. Oh,
does he have front wing? Does he have front wing damage?
I don't think he's got any front wing damage.
No, okay, yeah, so he still has time to set his own lap. As we're on board with Q-Tip, is Q-Tip going to be able to gain half a second in this one lap and gain that P1?
Biased by gaming also on that, so he's going to win this one. I don't know. Could this be the first time we could have a different pulse attack? I believe Fishy's had power every race.
Yep. Let's see how quick will Q-Tip go. Yeah, so Tack is starting his hot lap right now.
Oh, it's pretty good again. Across the line now. 15 seconds to go. Let's just go for
yeah, Billy will have enough time.
Goes across the line.
He
doesn't take pole.
But he does improve slightly and...
Biased by gaming, Billy just about gets his lap done.
So is Blaze going to be able to snatch that provisional pole position, or is Fishy going to stay in pole position as Blaze goes across the line? He does not improve. So that's Fishy for a fourth pole position in a row, I think.
I think Tack's gone faster through sector 1. This came up purple. Tack.
Oh yeah, I forgot about him. So yeah, Fishy is still looking well into that P1. But is Tack going to be able to surprise everyone and snatch pole position?
Pretty sure I saw purple, whether or not the game's messing with us.
Or maybe the game glitched, you never know. But it's gonna be interesting to see what is Q-Tip in a hot lap? No, he is not. What lap time is... Oh, he goes purple again, in my perspective.
Tack take pole position out of complete nowhere and surprise everyone here.
Yeah, because last year he was not looking quick. Tack is approaching the finish line. Where will he finish? P6. Anticlimactic. He goes P6. But
Billy, could he do anything?
Will Billy be able to improve? Oh my god, that's a fucking voice crack. Oh my god. He goes 6th fastest. 3/10 quicker than Tack. And that is qualifying over unless Q-Tip... Yeah, so that is Fishy in pole position with his teammate Cam in second place. So it's a front row lockout for Ferrari. So we got Fishy in P1, Cam in P2, Q-Tip in P3, Blaze in P4, Joe in P5, Billy in P6, Tack in P7, L-Dude in P8, and then we got Jamil, who got disqualified, in P10, and Cornelius, which retired at the start of the qualifier.
Too early, in my opinion, unless he did obviously make a mistake or something. It looked like he did just...
He didn't even set a lap. He manually retired. So yeah...
He didn't validate. Maybe he just rage it.
That's gonna be very interesting because he has retired every single qualifying session so far, so...
Yeah.
As Cam is celebrating for the 1-2 Ferrari.
Lots of cars on the grid
Oh,
today.
what?
Make sure
I'm
you
racing?
steer clear of it.
Why am I racing?
Oh, did you ready up? You're gonna hit pet.
So I have to, I have to exit.
AI is gonna be in.
Yeah, so I accidentally added So I'll have to join back and spectate. I forgot to put myself as a spectator. So we're gonna have my AI drive the entire race. If I finish in the points position, that's gonna be quite interesting. Of course, it's not gonna count. I'm only the commentator. That's my mistake. But yeah, that is quite embarrassing. Nevertheless, but yeah, I'm gonna put spectate this time, and not make the same mistake as before. Unless the
AI isn't driving.
yeah, unless he lets me, unless they let me drive, then we might see some action. Well, yeah, that's my mistake. So it's gonna be interesting. We're gonna have 20 drivers in the grid. My AI driving.
Your AI isn't in it, or isn't?
Oh, never mind. My AI has disappeared. Yeah, so my AI is not gonna be driving. Never mind. This is gonna be. Oh, and Leroy. Oh, and oh my God! How many people are in the? How many people crashed at the start?
What on earth happened there?
No idea.
Also, where's Leroy 19th? He made it. He definitely got through.
No, because he never
Made
said a
my
lap.
game.
He never said a lap.
Yeah, but I was in Q2.
That's weird.
Sam was meant to be starting 15th. But I'm sure Sam will take it. Oh, he's actually touched on Williams there.
So they're gonna get teleported. Yep.
Yeah. Oh my God, half the field's in.
Yeah, pretty much almost half the field is in the. So everyone here is gonna start in cold tires. Sam somehow. Why is Sam on the soft tires? That is interesting. I would have started in the mediums. And Twig is the only driver in the grid in the hard tires.
Interesting. Maybe they predicted maybe a few safety cars in the first few laps. Great. We'll see though. As Fisher goes around the final corner. Look at these guys take, the colder those guys' tires are gonna be.
Yeah. So those runners in the middle are gonna have terrible starts because of their shivering tires. But yeah, it's gonna be quite interesting. It's gonna be quite interesting start. As we're gonna do the cam with. Actually, I'm gonna put like a cam in the midfield because that's where most of the action happens. Actually, I'm gonna put as now. The lights are starting. 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. Lights out and away we go. That's a very poor start from Cam. But does he get a better? Oh no!
Oh, there's been a pile up behind. Billy's not got off the line.
No, so Billy stalled and the line has blazed. Is trying to go down the inside. Nothing happened, and that is virtual safety car. What happened to Billy?
We haven't even gone through first corner.
Did Billy forget to start? In the start. Wait. So who got front wing damage? So it looks like the Williams of Day Miles. Jamil drops down to P15. That's interesting. I'm trying to. Oh, Jamil has front wing damage. So this weekend has gone terribly wrong. He gets disqualified by his AI in the.
That's because Billy didn't get off.
Yeah,
he was ahead of it in A.
Yeah.
So yeah.
In qualifying, and then Jamil now has front wing damage and will have to pit for a new. And Leroy overtaking under the virtual. Oh, never mind. We're back to green flags. Yeah, so it's a couple of drivers with front wing damage. As both Ferraris have a huge gap.
We get a 5-second time penalty for exceeding.
Had a light thing. Maybe the game bugged. I'm not really sure what happened. There is wide load Billy and Day Mouse exchange places. Yeah, so the Ferraris are miles ahead. Oh, it's a yellow flag for try and catch. What happened?
Oh, he spun it. I wonder if he's still using no traction control. Oh, pardon. That's Fuzzy Wuzzy Dog also off.
Yeah, so it's a lot of people are going to pit for a front wing at the start of the race.
Sam drops to 14 side by side.
And oh, contact between
Lord.
between Leroy and Feared in the final corner. I think they're going side by side and everything wrong. So we're in the second lap and there's huge gaps between each driver. What a start!
We got half the like what 15 like 15 to last. Oh, coming in from a bit lane damage.
As now Billy and Leroy are having a battle. We're not. Yeah, Leroy.
Wait, Leroy's an AI, isn't he? Did he reach point?
No, he is driving.
He
Oh wait, actually Jamil stays out with pretty much half of his front wing missing. That is interesting. Oh, and that's a yellow flag. What happened? Is that Twig? Twig went off.
Yeah, he's gone off somewhere. Down at 12 now. So
does he have any front wing damage? I'm trying to see if he has front wing damage, but I can't. No, he doesn't. Okay, so he is safe.
Oh, he spun it near enough. Oh, he's dropped out of 30. He is really struggling on his hard compounds.
Yeah, hard tires are gonna be a struggle at the start of this race. Very cold. I think they're gonna start benefiting when the mediums die. Oh, and Jay is up into P5. And and Cam dropped down to P7. What happened to the Ferrari driver?
Not sure as Cam's gonna try and make a move on Cornelius.
Oh, around the outside, goes off track. Oh, they touch wheels, but it's still on track. Yeah, so I wonder what happened to Cam. He was P2 and now he's down to P7. As he is gonna try to go for the overtake in Cornelius, the Red Bull driver. Tries around the outside, he goes defensive. Is he gonna go for the switch? But he's too far behind. Oh, it's Twig. Never mind, he has overtaken some drivers that go into the pit lane. But yeah, a lot of drivers are in the hard tires, so they're expecting to do 27 laps on those hard tires. It's gonna be very difficult.
Down to the 8th, he's made the move on Sweeney. Oh, Sweeney's gonna fight it back though, they go side by side. It's just like 2014 Mercedes. They go side by side, Sam and Sweeney.
Oh, who's gonna hang it around? This is beautiful racing. Who's gonna get that P9? It's sweet. P8, my bad.
Might have a better run.
Yo, that's beautiful battling, of course. Those sections are very good for going side by side, as Sweeney has now
Sam's gonna try and go
going to
inside,
P8.
but doesn't.
He backs out. Yeah, Sweeney's up into P8. Oh, what happened there? And Wazzy cuts the corner.
Oh, Sam has a massive step oversteer.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep an eye on these two drivers. As one of them goes purple, it looks like Leroy has gone purple.
Baboon J and Joe go side by side, and Baboon J's got the move done, but it's not confirmed as Joe's gonna have the upper hand on the straight as they go side by side on the straight.
It's so much action. I have another set of cars that are also fighting for position. Is Joe gonna go down the inside? He tries and backs out. And Cam goes down the inside. It's too much. And and Sweeney goes down to P. It's 3 wide in turn 1. So this beautiful battle for P8 as Sam is into P8, Leroy P9, and Sweeney P10. Beautiful racing here, everyone respecting.
They go side by side, and it looks like Leroy's got the move on Sam.
Oh, and little step of oversteer right there. As Billy is now catching up to those drivers of after so much battling in those last laps.
There you go, side by side. There's so much action going on. It's hard to keep up with everything.
Yep.
Is Eldu going to make the move on Jamil? I don't. Oh, he might be able to. Nah, he doesn't.
As Jay, the Renault is into P4, so that's very good sights for the Renault team. Now Leroy is pulling away from Sam, and ooh, Sweeney touches the back of Sam, but I doubt he got any front wing damage. Maybe light green, but he still has his front wing there.
Blaze by Gaming, we're getting close. This could be interesting going onto the straight here. Here we go, Q-tip, overtake mode. On the back of Blaze by Gaming, is he going to get enough speed? He does, he gets in the slip.
He's gaining and gaining.
Jay goes fastest. Will he be able to make the move on? Always going for the move.
Down the inside, he sticks it, but he's...
Blaze by Gaming, tries to stick it, and Q-tip.
And Q-tip is into P2. And oh my god, Fishy is 3 seconds ahead. Yeah, so Fishy is looking for to win this race.
Sweeney and EBR Sam side by side, and it looks like Sweeney might make the move stick, but Sam's gonna try.
Oh, and Billy is
back
now
here.
joined the fight as well, and they're sweeping everywhere, just trying to get positions. And Daymouse gets a 3-second time penalty, but that's kind of irrelevant because now we're focusing on this 3-way battle for P9.
Oh, Sweeney might have done. Oh, he's done the switch back move on Sam.
Beautiful racing. These guys are giving us a great time here.
Oh,
I've
Billy's
never
getting in the action here. He's trying to make the move on Sweeney.
on the soft tires. He
Oh,
goes
he made
round
move.
the outside.
Touched.
He cuts
There's a
the
little bit
corner.
of contact involved.
Yeah, and the thing is, Sweeney is in those soft tires, so he is going to have to pit quite early and maybe put a brake to this beautiful battle we're getting. But that's going to be interesting to see.
Oh, Sweeney getting the power a bit too early there. Having a little bit of oversteer.
As now Cam has catched into the battle. That's a safety car.
Safety
What
car.
happened? It looks like Feared by Gaming has retired. I'm going into Daymouse perspective to see what happened. Oh, I know what happened. He hit the curb and he went right into a wall. And Daymouse also, yeah. So
They got the soft guys have got this perfect now.
yeah, so the soft runners can go into the medium tires or maybe even the hards. Let's see what tires are they going. So
Billy
yeah,
and Sam and Billy all pit, so this battle's still gonna happen then, but
let's see who wins the pit stop battle under a safety car. Goes into soft tires. Sweeney is pitting for soft tires. So Sweeney is pitting for soft tires.
Oh, Billy's made the move on Sweeney in the pit stops.
Yeah, so that's interesting from Sweeney. He's pitted for an extra set of softs. So I think he's gonna stretch those softs and go on for medium tires right at the end of the race.
Jamil's gonna get in between Sweeney. Oh, he's gonna
So he overtakes him.
Jamil's made the move on Sweeney. So
Jamil is back in this race. He's suddenly back into this race. As Daymouse also beautiful stuff from him because he's going to be able to catch up after that horrible start, hitting the back of Billy, which stalled in the grid positions.
What a race so far.
Yeah,
Leroy's meant to move on.
Oh, and Sam retired.
What's happened? Oh, he's done the same thing he did in quali.
No way.
Oh, that's such a shame.
Under the safety car as well. How can you do that? How? Oh, he was giving us such a good battle in that. From excitement all the way down to disappointment in one chicane. Oh no. So this first 6 laps of this Bahrain Grand Prix have been perfect. I couldn't ask for any more. It has been pretty exciting. And now Fishy has also lost his immense lead, and Q-Tip is now also looking for that win because he's right in the back of the Ferrari of Fishy.
It's overtaking going on between Cam and Leroy here. I don't know what Leroy's overtaking Cam.
You know, so it looks, yeah, so it looks like, you know, there's this glitch where you can overtake under a safety car and you don't get a penalty. I've tested it in online. I hosted a lobby, same damage with safety car. I would drop down, take out. Oh, and EVR Sam said Bahrain can burn in hell. That's quite funny, but
comment. Leroy, all the way from 19th to 6th.
Yeah, so that's great stuff from Leroy. He's driver of the day so far. But yeah, the safety car glitch, you can overtake under a safety car and it doesn't give you a penalty. It just tells you to stay behind the other car. So what I tested is I went down to P10, I think. I overtook everyone under a safety car into P1, and it didn't give me any warnings or anything. So we might, even if there's some overtaking, we might see some incident submissions by stewards, as Fozzie didn't pit for new tires, so his race is gone.
Sweeney's got a penalty because he drove into the back of Jamil, who was going quite slow there. He had it locked up into Jamil. What happened? But it keeps happening. He's getting really frustrated behind Jamil.
Oh,
and he's hit him again.
Oh, what is going on between Sweeney and... So Sweeney actually got front wing damage. No, he got... So Jamil, is he brake checking the Red Bull? Yeah, so the Red Bull got front wing damage after hitting the rear of the Mercedes. So I think yeah, so I think Jamil will get a penalty afterwards for causing
again.
more penalties. So he's gonna get those penalty removed, of course. He's gonna get those penalties removed, but if he gets any more penalties during the race, he will get disqualified. But 10-second time penalty for Day Miles for cutting the track under the safety car.
Oh, the safety car then. I thought I never saw that message.
Yeah. Safety car is in this lap as now. And Sweeney gets a beautiful start. He's overtaking everyone. Okay, never mind. He's going into the pit lane. My god, I thought he got the best start. And it's, oh my god, it's a bunch of cars going side by side into the turn 1. There's still yellow flags. And oh my god, so much action into turn 1. I can't tell what's going on. As Jamil goes up into P10, Billy jumps down to P11. There's a huge gap now between.
Gonna make the move on Fishy.
Oh, and he's taking it.
Oh, we've got Blaze by Gaming also.
There's so much overtaking going on. Oh, and that's Jamil off into the gravel. So that is his race over. That's completely his fault. I think I did not see any side of contact. So Sweeney is gonna be happy about that. Cornelius leaves the session. So Sweeney is gonna be laughing at Jamil for that. As now the action is kind of settling down.
No, exactly, because the battle for the lead here between 3 drivers.
Oh, and Sweeney has bottled it. He spun. So yeah, that's Sweeney's race is over. His race is well and done with.
I wonder if he's just, oh, he spun it again.
Yeah, so that's his race over. I'd not be surprised if he DNFs.
He's driving into the wall. Is this gonna be a safety car again?
I doubt there will. But as now we got Jay going down the inside of Joe into the straight. He takes that position. Another safety car. So Sweeney has has bringed out the second safety car. 2 laps. Not even 2 laps. 1 lap after the safety car.
He's just gone past the safety car as well, and the safety car is actually blocking the drivers.
Yeah, because where's the safety car? I wonder. Wait, so Jamil is suddenly back in this race again after spinning in that curb. As Leo is up into P5.
As Kissy Key Prezes, he's saying let's go Jamil.
Yep. So Jamil has a lot of fans in the grandstands here. A lot of Brazilian fans actually. So yeah, so he has a lot of friends or supporters telling me he can recover back and, you know, gain some points for and
he's gonna. I have a feeling he's gonna try and take this for the safety car. You can't take a drive through for a safety car. People do it and then they get angry because they get disqualified. You know, he's got another one.
He's got 2 drive-throughs.
He's been disqualified. He's been disqualified. See? He stopped on track with it. But he's a minute over Stella.
Has he been disqualified?
I don't think he's been disqualified, but it says on his steering wheel he's a minute 41 under Stella, so why is that?
So he's not disqualified, so he has... Oh, and oh my god, it's a huge train. Oh, and Fishy gets a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. So if he doesn't serve that in the pit stop, he will get it added. And he gets blocked massively. So can Q-Tip gain that lead? He gets blocked as well. But...
also been stopped.
Oh, okay, so Fishy does manage to stay ahead. And Jay is P1, and he can easily bring those tires to the end of the race. So the Renault is leading this race with Twig P3 as well. And Billy into P2, so and Daymouse into P4, so it's a mix of cars. And Tak is doing the drive-through. That does not work.
You can't do it through the safety car.
No,
It's a
Tag. And he's pitting for soft tires as well. His race is definitely over. His race is over. There's no recovering from this. Yeah, there's definitely no recovering for Tag, so he better just DNF under the safety car and watch, because there's no way he's gonna come back from that. So actually, I'm gonna go to a race director. So Twig and Fuzzy Wuzzy has done no pit stops yet, and he's still on the soft tires, 9-lap-old soft tires.
Still sick. Ooh, Leroy's got a 5-second time penalty for exceeding track limits.
Yeah, so that is gonna get removed most likely. Yeah, but Wuzzy, he better pit for hard tires. Yeah, so Wuzzy, he's a spectacle. He's just giving us a great time with his, I say, interesting tactics.
Oh, Leroy spun it.
Ooh, did he have any
spun
damage? Has he got
And
any
he's down in the
damage?
14th now.
He lost two
He's lost
positions,
the
no,
field.
one position under the safety car. Is he gonna steal it? Yes, he does. So he steals it from Jamil. Yeah, so you can't overtake under a safety car. That's your mistake. Yeah, so he is gonna get penalized for that, because you're not supposed to overtake on the safety car, even if you make a mistake.
Fishy's overtaken Wuzzy safety car, unless I'm lagging.
Yeah, but Fuzzy, so he's gonna get penalized for that as well, if Q-Tip decides to play the penalty game.
Yeah. Strange scenarios. Cambo, I need to comment, he's been overtaken in the safety car so much, he also double stack. He's in about 6 now, as they're still overtaking. Fishy's getting fed up, getting annoyed by the Red Bull, who's an AI. Leroy and L-Dude are still battling.
Well, he can't overtake. He overtook Fuzzy, so let me just go tell him he has to give the position back. Fishy, you have to give that position back, or you're gonna get penalized, man. You can't overtake cars under the safety car. You cannot be doing that, mate. So
Q-Tips just pointed out that Fishy's overtaken on the safety car.
So
Leroy's doing his fun again. He's oh my.
Okay, so yeah, Fishy has Leroy spun it again.
Leroy
Tag overtook Jamil. Wait, has Jamil? What is going on?
No, Jamil flew down for Leroy, and now they've just both overtaken Tag. What is going on here?
Yeah, of course, with the safety car glitch, no one's really sure where they're supposed to be. As Fuzzy, I think Fuzzy has been a pain in the ass and slowing up the field on purpose with 10-lap-old soft tires. What a comedian.
Leroy's just.
Oh, and why hasn't Twig stopped for new tires? Oh wait, never mind, because mediums. Yeah, mediums don't make it to the end. So I think he's gonna hope for another virtual safety car or a safety car. As now the entire field is bunched up.
And Leroy and Jamil were maybe on this pie together. He said stay behind you. Oh, there must be some miscommunication between.
Oh, and Billy gets a penalty or Twig gets a penalty for colliding with each other.
Racing.
Yeah, and we're back.
As Fishy overtakes, as Fuzzy Wuzzy is into the pit, so don't.
No, he's letting everyone by. Why is he on the grass? What is Wuzzy doing? He's quite an interesting driver.
Oh, here Q-Tip gonna try and get Blazed by Gaming, who's overtaken him.
Oh, and White Billy does the switchback. They're gonna try to go side by side here.
Kind of lead here. Oh, that records. In AI, then I need to stop. I'm worried about that. Leroy's in a 10th after spinning out about 20 times. I'm sure that's not a permanent 10. I'm sure that's 10. We've taken the safety car.
Yeah, and who is this dude? Well, I muted him. not relevant to this race. And remember, TAC still has to serve those drive-through penalties.
Yeah, that's 2 as well he's got. He really should have taken it when the safety car came.
Oh, and Fishy overtakes Damos, which goes into the gravel trap. Gets overtaken by 2 drivers. Is Q-Tip also going to benefit from that? Because he has to overtake Miles as soon as possible, because he is fighting with Blazed and Fishy. And they're starting to pull away as he is in the slipstream of the William car. He is, yeah, he's most likely going to stick the overtake. He goes down.
Oh, he goes quite. He always missed brakes. His braking zone. He might lose the place to Blaze by game. Oh no, shoot him.
Oh, and Blazed overtakes.
Blaze by game is leading the straight.
Actually, no. Billy is the one that's leading because he can make those tires last to the end. Wait, no.
These two.
Wait.
What's happened? What happened to Jay? Jay's in 5th. He was leading. What happened to him?
No idea. And Twig still has to pit for new tires, so he's gonna drop all the way down as there's yellow flags.
Leroy's spun it, I think. Leroy's into the wall.
Yeah, terrible weekend for McLaren. Oh no, that's gotten. Does he have any front wing damage? He does not, miraculously. Yeah, that's his race over as well. As now it's ooh, Blazed right on the rear of the oh, and Fishy capitalizes. So Fishy is now into P3.
Oh, Baboon Jay's hit into Blaze by Gaming.
Oh, and that makes Damos hits the rear of Jay. No surprise, Jay is ruining everyone's races. He is very notorious for doing that.
Jay's overtaking Q-Tip. He loves his braking.
Yeah, Jay is.
For the battle for the 2nd place. Lazy and Twig and Blaze by Gaming both on the back from Fishy here. As Blaze by Gaming going to make the move on Lazy the Twig. Will he be able to make the move on Fishy? Breaks late, but he won't be able to get the move done. Oh, but Lazy the Twig trying to fight it still. As that is P&P Baboon Jay, who's gone off in turn 1. Dame gets a.
Oh, and Damos gets a drive-through penalty for colliding with Jay.
I wonder if Jay might have been the one who broke well too late, and maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, Damos has no front wing. See, this is what I say about Jay. In my opinion, Jay should be banned out of league racing. He's too dirty. He has taken me out multiple times in races. I personally don't have very good experience with him. That's why you see me trash talking him. But he's just too dangerous. He's like an aggressive Max Verstappen, but not safe. He's even worse as Q-Tip overtakes his teammate. Yeah, but going back to Jay, virtual safety car. So that may be a chance for Twig to pit if the virtual safety car lasts long enough.
Leroy's off again. He's taken himself out of the race.
Yeah, but talking about Jay, he's too dirty. He's too aggressive. He does not respect other drivers' place. He brakes too late. He's too confident. He's just a mess, in my opinion. He's just a mess of a driver. And Twig does not pit. Maybe the mediums don't last it lasts till the end. But Billy is looking on to win this race. Oh, as there's contact between both racing points. That's interesting.
Oh, if we go green flag, was he get? Oh no, Dame was interesting. Yes.
And yeah, he got disqualified.
Catch has been disqualified because he didn't take his drive-through penalty. He's obviously using that as a.
And he couldn't take it under the virtual safety car. I think that's just pure bad luck.
That's the 2nd person on there this week who's been disqualified.
Ooh, and Cam going side by side with the racing point of Twig, manages to stick it, and is up into P5.
He tried to fight there, so that's Dame trying to kill himself clearly by speeding into the ball and didn't do it successfully.
That's a 10-second time penalty, and I disconnected.
All they did
Yep, I've disconnected. My bad for disconnecting. My little brother disconnected the internet box, so that put me off.
As Wuzzy's in the pits finally.
Anything?
Oh, DeMille's retired. I don't know if that will cause another safety car.
Did Jamil retire? Did he manually retire?
I believe he just crushed himself. Oh no, he done it in gas for.
Oh no, he's still driving. Yeah, okay, so Billy is into the... fuck. So there are the gaps, full track map, lap data not needed, there we go. So wide load Billy is 2.6 seconds ahead of Fishy. So he is on to win this race as Twig now pits for his medium tires. Oh, and that's contact, and Jamil almost lost the car after touching the rear wheel of Cam.
There's two overtakes which happened, then I missed both of them. I'm not going to attack why he got the scorecard.
As now the race is starting to settle down.
It's only taken 17 laps.
Yeah. So we have Eldur in the medium tires following Joe in the hard tires.
Cool. We've got yeah, Eldur and Joe. Eldur might be able to make it with Joe. It's great. Jay's down in 9th. The 11 lap hold hard. He still needs to hit.
Does he?
So, yeah. Oh no, he might be able to make the hards to the end, we'll see. But after what finish this race, I'm surprised if those hards won't be.
Oh, and he spun! And he put it into the wall. He is going to pit for a new front wing. Oh, never mind, he's going to retire himself.
He hasn't retired himself, he's failed to retire.
Yep.
So,
I'm going to interview him since he's in the party. Jay, hello? Jay? No? Okay. Yeah, I was trying to interview him. I'm definitely gonna make fun of him for doing that. As Jamil, never mind, he lags. I'm lagging, I think. Well...
yeah, you're lagging a lot.
Oh, porting everywhere.
Blaming a Williams for himself.
Nah, that's all of his fault. That's his fault, innit?
As Tap also leaves the session, I believe they're probably going to do a Tap and we could have, couldn't we, because he's in the party.
Oh shit, wrong chat.
I'm gonna try and interview.
Wrong.
We're going to interview Tap.
Most likely. Is he speaking, and is he speaking right now? Tak, hello? I'd like you Yeah. Yeah, you got 2 drive-through penalties under the safety car.
I don't know. Oh well. I was gonna finish last anyway. Like.
Well, to be honest, if we finish, we've still got points because we've only got 11 finishes at the moment. We've got what we do.
So now Fuzzy Wuzz is into the points with those hard tires. He finally pitted. He pitted in lap 15 so he stretched those soft tires 15 laps. It's quite funny, but he is on for those points. As now Billy.
No TC does not suit me at all.
Yeah. And Billy, I'm going to mute you now since your interview is over. All right. I'll unmute you back in a while. And so Billy is 1.6 seconds ahead. Oh yeah, and Cornelius got lapped.
I'm surprised that Billy could surprisingly win this race after having an iffy qualifying.
Yeah.
We get hold off. He's doing so quite nicely. The Q-Tip and Blaze are still getting goes with each other. Oh, and Cam and Jamil. So it looks like we might have a battle here. 2 battles here. This where Gaming gets DRS.
Oh, and Q-Tip is on a P4, I just noticed. So is he gonna get the final podium position of Blazed?
Q-Tip's about fighting it back.
Yep. Oh, and there's a 3-way fight. So Jamil is also back into this race. Not a 3-way fight, my bad, a 2-way fight between Cam and Jamil. Jamil has a pretty disastrous. Yeah, Jamil has had a pretty disastrous race and qualifying, but is he gonna be able to get that P5? That's the question.
Joe and El Dude are getting quite close. El Dude looks like he might be able to get moved on Joe here.
He breaks. Is he gonna go for the switchback? Yes, he does. Is he gonna be able to stick it into the second set of corners? No, he doesn't. But he does get DRS in this second straight. Is he gonna be able to stick it around the outside? Will he try another switchback? No, he doesn't. So he's gonna stay behind the Mercedes of Joe.
Is that a good run though?
And no, he backs out.
Everything else today has been the first time I talked to taxis. He definitely will. Williams absolutely came at me. You mean talking about El Dude, who has no damage, so
So now, Jay surprisingly blaming other drivers for his own fault. He spun by himself. I did not see a Williams near him.
oh, here we go. We've got Fishy on Billy. Is he going to
Oh, this is for the lead. Billy is gonna fight hard for this lead. As Jamil goes fastest, is he gonna go for the overtake on Cam? He's gaining so much time in the straight. He tries to go around the outside. Oh, and
3 seconds left, by the way, for multiple warnings.
yeah, wait, let me check the penalties. Let me check the penalties real quick. How many penalties does Billy have? Billy has a 5-second time penalty, but that's under the safety car, so he's gonna get that removed. While Fishy has 6 seconds in penalties. So Billy, if he keeps it together, oh, and that's contact between Q-Tip and Blazed, going side by side. Blazed stays ahead, but yeah, I'm going back to Billy and Fishy. If Billy keeps it together to the end of the race, he's gonna get that 5-second penalty removed, of course, because he did it under the safety car. and then he wins this race. So right now, Fishy has to overtake him and pull away by more than 1 second in order to win. Oh, and Fuzzy has spin it. So suddenly, if he has to pit for a new front wing, he is out of the points because the AI of Cornelius will overtake him. As now Q-Tip is smelling blood and wants that P3. He's right behind that hat.
Fishy's right on the back of she's right on the back of Billy. Here we go. I think this might be the move done here.
He goes, he's blasting through. Is Billy going to defend this? Oh yes, he does. He breaks mega late. Oh, very respectful.
He'll have DRS, I think. Oh no, Fishy will.
No, Billy does. Billy does, yeah. And Billy has no ERS as well.
He thinks about and does a dummy.
Yeah, so Fishy has to gain more than... Actually, Billy is going to get that 5-second penalty removed.
One thing
So,
was like he's been overtaken by Corin. No, he's coming to test go.
yeah. So, oh, that's contact!
Oh,
Billy
Okay,
broke late. No, Billy. So he has to... He did get damage, a lot of damage. So if he's gonna get that 5-second time penalty removed, he has to be in between 6 seconds behind Fishy, or else he is screwed. But he is managing to keep up with the Ferrari of Fishy. Of course, he's gonna lose too much time here. I doubt he's gonna be able to keep up next lap. Oh, that's... But it's still, it will come down to penalties though. So, if Fishy gets an extra penalty, then that is race done. But Billy has to get removed, has to get that. Oh, and
5-second time penalty for exceeding track limits.
so Q-Tip,
right on the back of him as well.
he's gaining and gaining and gaining and gaining the racing point on the Haas. Is he going to...
Place by game, we're going to defend, he does. Race later, there's no contact.
Who's gonna get DRS? Oh, Q-Tip cuts the corner, but he had nowhere to go. Who will get DRS? It looks like it's Blazed. So Q-Tip is still behind. And Billy, surprisingly, 7/10 down. But that is not gonna last a lot, unfortunately, because of his front wing damage.
Q-Tip though, again. And yeah, a bit heated behind Blaze again.
Let me check, how many warnings does Fishy have? Fishy has no warnings, alright, so he might win this race. I don't want Fishy. Worked hard, but it gets kind of boring when the same person is in the front all the time. But
Lewis Hamilton.
yeah. So I really wanted Billy to win, to be fair.
Billy might still better win. I mean, if he keeps in this.
No, but I think he got that 5-second time penalty under the safety car. So if he is under 6 seconds, I think he did. I'm not very sure, but if he did get that penalty, he wins this race. So he got it on lap 10.
Q-Tip on the back of Blaze. Okay, man. Here we go again.
Wait, did we have a safety car lap 10? We did, right?
Yeah. So. Here they go, side by side.
Yeah, so Billy is gonna win this race. Billy is gonna win this race because he got that penalty under the safety car, so he's gonna get that removed. And Fishy has to build a 6-second gap to Billy, and Q-Tip tries to go for the move, is struggling to overtake the Haas.
He's getting really close. You just can't get the move done.
Yeah. So I think
Cam and Jamil.
Yeah, and Cam and Jamil, we have not seen them in this last part of the race, but it's yeah. But yeah, back to Billy. If he manages to keep a 6-second gap and he gets that 5 penalty second removed, he wins this race. He wins it. So it's gonna be very interesting to see. This Q-Tip is staying in the back of Blazed. So I'm intrigued to see if he will overtake or if he's gonna stay behind and wait until the last lap.
They're both saving ERS today.
Yep.
Cam and
Oh, and Jamil goes wide.
Over 2, so it's interesting. Let's choose it right on the back. This could be his chance. Both will overtake. Q-tip's gonna have Pierre after and set straight. Goes again on the straight.
He is too far though. But is he still gonna go for the move? Yes, he does. Massive dive. He manages to snatch that P2. He finally does, and Blazed almost loses. Not P2, P3. As Blazed almost loses that rear end.
Play the game and
Oh, and remember, Billy and Fishy have penalties. So if Q-tip, wait, how many penalties does Q-tip have? Q-tip does not have has only one warning, and Blazed has a 5-second time penalty. Wait, so if wow,
and that's made Cam go through.
and
He's actually lost the nearest one. Wait, Jamil's on the inside. Oh,
wait,
wow.
actually, if Q-tip manages to stay in 6 seconds behind Fishy, he wins this race. But he's too far behind.
Fishy didn't win Singapore, did he?
Yeah, he didn't win because he rage quitted.
Who won that race? It was Q-tip. Q-tip could be an interesting championship.
Yep. And Blaze overtakes Jamil.
Jamil actually got squeezed to the track, I believe. As Blaze by Gaming again, going to try and make the move on Cam. Doesn't. He actually rears ends it. I don't know if they actually did touch there. Yeah, that's a small impact. Yeah, Blaze by Gaming on Cam. Cam goes.
Wait, Cam has front wing damage. Oh, he's squeezing him off track. Very hectic driving between these two.
Yeah, Cam's not going on right though. He's probably annoyed by Blaze by Gaming.
Yeah, so I think Q-tip has to have 2 laps or 3 laps of his life, and he will manage to stay in the 6-second gap to Fishy. Let me see the.
It's only just 6.8, so barely.
He's 6 points, so he has to gain 8 tenths in 2 laps.
Losing time on him. Fishy's too fast.
As Blaze is now into P4, I just noticed.
Oh, Cam hits Blaze by Gaming, and he's running
around. Oh, and they both spun!
Between the two.
Oh! It all goes wrong, as Joe is now starting looking for that P5. So, whose fault was that?
I was watching on board of Cam, he just didn't seem to get off the back of Blaze by Gaming. Blaze by Gaming might have maybe broke a bit earlier, but I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, now Q-tip is right in the back of wide loads Billy. So actually, if Q-tip gets if he benefits, oh, that's a yellow sector too, and that is Lazy the Twig off into the. Oh, and Fishy goes fastest. My God. So Q-tip needs to have 2 very good laps and overtake Billy in order to get that P1 due to penalties. As Blazed overtakes, Cam gets overtaken by Joe, and now he's fighting back, and ooh, that's very close. Cam goes off track. The Mercedes and the Ferrari fighting, going side by side. Joe manages to stay in front, where Cam goes down the inside. Who will keep the position? It looks like it's Cam. No, never mind, it's Joe. He fights back, and yeah, Joe stays ahead.
Cam is going to be fuming.
Yeah, so it looks like Fishy is going to win this race.
At the moment, Jamil has gained 6 places in this race. So, you know, it can start. Billy's gained 4 places in this race. Yep. Cam's dropped 5 places. Lazy the Twig and Fuzzy Wuzzy, they've had 6 places. Look, Billy's got a penalty! Oh, he's getting 3-second penalty, so he will not win this race.
Wait, and no, and Jamil is right behind him, so he might even be out of the podium positions.
Jamil, tip, yeah.
So, yeah, wide load, yeah, Fishy is winning. Oh, and Jamil gets a 5-second time penalty, never mind. So barely.
Game's only 5.3 seconds behind.
Oh, this is so. And Q-tip is into P2.
Base by Gaming just gains 3/10, which I'm sure he might be able to. It could be going horribly wrong for Jamil at the end of this race.
And also Billy, you never know.
Yeah, Billy is. Yeah, Billy. He's got a few penalties. So in fact, I think Billy might actually lose to 5th because Jamil hasn't got as many penalties.
But Blaze, Blaze does have a penalty, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, but how many does he has? He only
A
has
5-second time penalty.
Billy's got about.
Oh, Cam overtakes Joe.
Makes, penalty wise, so I think Joe might still have this. Oh,
Joe gets a beautiful run.
It's been a great race.
Yeah, it's been hectic. As now we're starting the last lap. Wait, no, we are on the last lap.
Yeah.
So, wait, is this a checkered flag? So it's very close between Billy and Jamil. As cute as Fishy. Oh, and Fuzzy. Oh, never mind. I thought it was Jamil.
Fishy goes through the final corner. He is going to win the Bahrain Grand Prix.
As he goes, and Fishy, a long-awaited win of 2 races, not very long. Oh, he gets 5-second time penalty for unserved penalty.
Q-Tip. Oh no, it's not. No, it's Jamil. Jamil and Billy.
And Q-Tip wins. Q-Tip has won by 200ths of a second. Q-Tip wins the race by 200ths of a second. The lucky son of a gun wins the race. What an ending. And Cam is all the way down to P6. Joe is P7. Jamil P5. Blaze P4. Billy is into the podiums of P3. What a race. What a finish. Fishy is going to be kicking himself after that one. My God, I didn't know he had a 5-second unserved penalty. But I do remember he did speed in the pit lane. I do remember him speeding in the pit lane. So Q-Tip has won another race. My God. This dude can't be stopped. No way.
Make the finish.
Fuzzy always impressing us. He's
What a race.
What a race. Alright, man. And that's the race.
Left.
Okay,
I think he's just about to
can you make it? Can you make it to the end of the... Let's see if you can cross the line.
Just about like
Just
10 seconds. He corner cuts.
Oh, it goes
And
off track.
He's really struggling with that.
Is he gonna make it? Fuzzy Wuzzy. Come on.
Is he gonna be able to beat?
Is he gonna beat? Is he gonna beat? Yeah, come on! Yes, he does! Yes! Yes, just barely. What a race, lads! What a race! It's gonna be very interesting. I want to interview a lot of people. It was filled with drama. So meanwhile we're waiting, and Q-Tip lifts the trophy for that P1. Fishy unfortunately loses that place by 200ths of a second. And then we got Wide Load Billy in P3. And we got Billy, the first interviewee. How does it feel to be in the podium? Oh, you were leading the race for a good while. Fishy caught up, he overtook, and you hit the rear end, and you got a front wing damage. you still managed to bring it home and get that P3. Anything you want to say? Uh, so you're planning. So you're planning to get the. Oh wait, light glitch. What's that light glitch? Oh, you don't. Oh yeah. Unfortunate. Well.
Bear in mind you're only 7/10 off winning the race. Are you annoyed with that or?
Also, you had a 5-second time penalty. I think you got it under the safety car. Did you? Or because if you did get that penalty under a safety car, you can get it appealed, and you could get a win. Not a win, but a second place. Well, well, no, because Q-Tip didn't have any. Well, yeah, I think it would have been no, because no, I don't think Q-Tip had any penalties. Well, anyways, yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, thank you for your time, Billy. I hope you're very happy with that P3. Let's hope you can keep up that performance for the next race. Alright, thank you. Now we go for Twig, because I want to leave the good stuff for the end. Twig, how do you think your Racing Point debut race went?
It could have gone better. Qualifying was a bit of a disaster. I thought I'd managed to get through Q1, sorry, on mediums.
Yep.
That wasn't going to happen, so went for softs, went for a hot lap and messed it up, and I ran out of time. So we started P14. It was a decent start, and then I didn't pit under either of the safety cars, and that made me keep to my one-stop strategy, which in the end the objective was to slow down Fishy and Blazed, which I managed to do for a little bit. But after I pitted, I was all on my own, and I just got to take the 2 points. So hopefully more from next week, and I need to try and beat Eldred. But apart from that, only the one penalty, so can't be too frustrated.
Well, your objective of holding up Fishy went very well, because Q-Tip managed to win by 200th of a second. So mentioning that, we go on to Fishy, the second place in the podium. Anything you want to say? Are you disappointed that you lost by that much of a margin? Hello? Hello, there we go. How do you feel about losing to that margin?
It was 2 tenths, it wouldn't have been as bad, but that's very low. There is a chance I could get one penalty removed. I did get a warning for going off under safety car, so we'll see how that goes. So I might still have the win, but if not, I mean, well done Q, obviously.
Yeah.
He gained what, he gained over a tenth in the last sector. I had an 8.1 gap going into the last sector, but he managed to gain there. So I mean, well done, he deserved the win, but I really want it.
Oh yeah, you've had 2 races where you're looking strong for the win, and you've managed to not win it. Of course, you won in Brazil. Are you expecting to win in the next race, or something like that, in those top podium positions?
Well, with all the races, I've been in first most of the race and ended up losing it. So, but yeah, I'm expecting to be up there again next week, no matter what track. I'm seemingly pretty quick at every track. It's nice. It's nice being like decently dominant around. Well, in this league, but I just can't seem to avoid that one penalty that just ruins it for me.
Oh yeah, very unfortunate. I hope you have. I hope you do get the win next race. But now, thank you for your time as well. But now we go to the lucky driver of Q-Tip, which won the race. 2 wins in a row. 2 wins in a row. How does it feel? You won by a small margin. Anything? How are you feeling?
I'm relieved that the car is fine. There was no damage on it when we crossed the line. And also, there was quite a few corners in that race, as it turns out. I was very surprised about that. But tonight was an absolute cluster for this team. Losing Twig in Q1, which was a big shame for us. You know, we were expecting big things from him, or at least hoping to come into Q2 even. As you can tell, I can't bloody speak, because tonight's result has been shockingly amazing. But no, the race result today, I don't think it was deserved, personally. I think we had a car which definitely should have finished on the podium. It was a hell of a fight between Blaze and Cam, I think, as well, who sadly lost it a couple of times in the race, bless him. But yeah, an unbelievable result. You know, Twig was constantly saying, "Mate, don't bloody give up," and I'm like, I can't pass Blaze to same life. Every time I overtake the sod, he's hitting the car. But it's, you know, it's at the end of the day, it's racing. At the end of the day, and if you don't like it, there is a front door. Granted, you haven't got a key, but you know you can still just break it down. But yeah, hell of a job tonight. I've got no complaints, obviously, but we were too lucky. We really were.
Congratulations for your win. You're extending the championship lead. I think that is over for the interviews, and the stream is about to end. Thank you to everyone for tuning in for this very exciting race. I hope we keep this type of entertainment for next race, and that is pretty much it. Have a good one, guys. Stream ends in 3, 2